We fly high, no lie. You know this. Holy.
And with all that being said, I've decided to continue my athletic and academic career at the Stanford University.
Yes, sir.
Network, it means everything to me. Back when I didn't have all these offers, maybe like one or two, he was always promoting me, trying to get me on the radar, this guy, you need to look out for him. It really means, the world to me. Big, he's been there, like I said, since I've been small. Always shouting me out and always just trying to put me on, just give me notice more than I mean. I really appreciate Big.
I mean, shoot, I was the new kid. Faison kind of was with the Ducks for a little minute. So my first year, of course, he had all the hype. He was probably by like 6'2" at 12. He was a mutant. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was a mutant. But I mean, from then you could see just the potential he had. I mean, I'm not surprised he's the number one quarterback. If you would have seen him in youth ball, you would have thought he was the number one quarterback in that class back then. So I mean, like going against him kind of like prepared you already for like what high school was. I mean, he looked like a high school quarterback around that time. So I mean, like trash talking with him. He's more quiet though. I will say that he don't talk that much trash. But I mean, like trash talking with him, going out there and hitting drills with face on. I mean, that kind of like just builds you ready. I mean, hopefully I play against him in college. I would love it.
As y'all know, this is the Sizzling News Podcast. All right, what's going on, y'all, man? Y'all know what time it is, man. Another episode of the Sizzling News Podcast. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We have special guests in the building. Our first ever fan on the show, Alex Rick, man, all the way from Pennsylvania, man. We're going to talk to him here in just a little bit. We're going to talk about everything that went down today, some big-time quotes, man. We got to break down with college football, Brian Kelly, obviously Diego Pavia, what he had to say about Vanderbilt and the SEC. We're going to be talking about the Nittany Lions, a little bit of everything, man. But before we welcome our special guest, and welcome my co-host, Arvon Bacon, the man of the hour. He going viral right now. Making that work. Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate the shout out, brother, man. It's always good to be on. Like you just said, we got a special guest, man. Special guest from PA, from Philly. Not Philly, but you know what I'm saying, the PA area for sure. So excited to get him on.
And we about to bring him on right now, but how does it feel, brother, to be big time? How does it feel to be viral, man?
Man, I try to be humble, bro. All praises to the Most High, brother. Just been covering Rodney since the middle school days. You know what I'm saying? Just fortunate enough that I've been me being a part of his journey meant up to him for him to send me an invite, man. And, it was a special moment, brother. So yeah, shout out to Dukes, you know what I'm saying, for the retweet. Shout out to Rodney for the invite. Shout out to you for the retweet. Shout out to everybody who, you know what I'm saying, thought highly of the interview to just share it, you know what I'm saying? So much love. Appreciate y'all. And stay tuned because it just is the news right here on Just Is the News podcast.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's welcome on our special guest, Alex Rick, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, Alex?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, good, man. Appreciate you coming on the show, man. You're the first ever fan, man. So we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I'm really psyched to be on, and thank you for the opportunity.
Of course, man. So for those that don't know you, Alex, just give us a little bit of a background, man. Just talk about where you from, just kind of your fanatics, what obviously feel. I saw that you're a Phillies fan, you're an Eagles fan, you obviously Nittany Lions fan. Just talk a little about your background.
I'm from Abington, Pennsylvania, which is a little north of the city of Philly, and I was the team men's basketball manager while I was in high school, and it was just an awesome opportunity to have the experience because it's right up my alley because basketball is my first top two, I guess I would say, other than football. But it was just a great experience, and I just loved everything about it.
100%, man. So obviously you've been a fan, I'm sure. Just real quick on the Eagles for a while. My dad's actually an Eagles fan, fanatic as well, man. So talk about just winning that first Super Bowl, how cool it felt that was, and then doing it again this year.
Back in 2018, it was definitely a great experience. I was still in college during that time, and uh, I was in college with a bunch of Eagles fans, which was a great time. And I got to watch the game with them and enjoy every little moment of it. Uh, and this past Super Bowl, I was really excited to see what happened against Patrick Mahomes, and um, and just the way the Chiefs offense had in store, and the Eagles defense just brought out everything in them, and just pushed them to the ground, and uh, beat them in whatever way you can say, but it's just being an Eagles fan growing up. It's just an awesome feeling, and I wouldn't imagine any other team I would be a fan of.
One last thing on the Eagles is what was your favorite moment from Super Bowl?
From this past Super Bowl,
Yes, sir.
um, I would say the Jalen Hurts connection to Devontae Smith. I forget how long the touchdown was, but I think he threw it about 50 yards or so. I, th- I feel like it happened in the second half, but I don't know if you guys remember, but I think uh, that was definitely my best one.
Got you for sure. Now let's turn the page. Let's go to college football because obviously that's what we came to talk about. But let's talk about Nittany Lions, man. A lot of people be picking you guys as a favorite this year. They expected you guys to be a title contender. So I know a lot about Penn State, but from your perspective as a fan, what are you most excited for? What are you most looking forward to this upcoming year?
Yeah, there's a bunch of high expectations with this squad coming into the season, knowing that they fell short last season against Boise State, and I'm really anxious to see how Katron Allen and Drew Adler definitely make connections, and I think the wide receiver depth is is on another level, and they can definitely make noise in the Big Ten for sure. Uh, I did write down the first three games of their season.
Hmm.
They start off against Nevada on the 30th of August, uh, and then they stay at home against FIU on the 6th of September, and then the 13th of September they play Villanova, and just just knowing this team I've been a fan of for my whole life is definitely a great feeling. Uh, I got the same connection as what I have as an Eagles fan, and uh, when Saquon Barkley played for Penn State,
Mhm.
I was so impressed of what his success drove in with, and I just feel like uh, Penn State has really thrived over the years, and I think this year is something special to come.
Now I want to ask you. This is a hot question. Some pundits feel like James Franklin, like it's time for him to take that next step. Obviously as the head coach. I mean, just in your terms as a fan, what kind of job do you think James Franklin has done with this team? Do you think he's done enough, or do you want to see maybe more this year?
Yeah, I would say I would want to see a little bit more
Hmm.
of what he's been through the past several seasons, but he's definitely on the right track with everything that the history of what he went through with this organization up at State College, and uh, this team this year has really high expectations, and I'm really anxious to see how they can develop once the season gets going.
For sure. I got one more. I throw it to Bacon on Penn State. Just like, what's your thoughts on the quarterback Drew Aller? Another one. They said, if he would have went to the draft this year, he'd have been a top 2 pick. Obviously he comes back another year. You talked about the receiver depth this year. Trevor Penn, you guys got in the portal. Obviously, Katron Allen, Nicholas Singleton. But how do you feel about the quarterback? Do you think he's the man for the job? Can he deliver a national championship to Penn State?
Yeah, for sure. He's got the ability to move around the pocket. I see very, very. I don't know how to put it in words, but I see a lot of potential in him as how Jaden Hurts brings stuff, the skills that Jaden Hurts brings to the table every game, and he definitely has that athleticism and throwing ability down the field with great volume of throwing, and I think that's the best comparison I can see.
Okay.
All right, for sure, brother. So, Alex, I want to piggyback off what you just said about the schedule. First 3 games, virtual gimmies. Then you come back home, bringing Oregon to the house.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that game being the biggest test of the early season?
Oregon is definitely a great squad. I haven't really learned too much about their offensive scheme. I know you guys definitely know better than me, but I'm just really anxious to see how the special teams gets involved in this game against Oregon. I just feel like that everything that they went through last year will have a little more tilt in whatever they do this year, and they just go into every game being 1-0. I think that's their mentality of each game the past seasons, and I'm really anxious to see. I jotted some notes down. I'm curious to see how redshirt freshman Tyzio Denmark does. I think that he has a lot of ability to play in this squad, with the squad, and he's definitely someone to look and keep an eye on.
No, 100% great answer, brother. Definitely one game at a time. But I can't ask you about Oregon without asking you about the Ohio State game. I know that's another game you got on your schedule. So, but what's your thoughts on that one too?
Oh man, I actually have a friend from college that's a big Buckeyes fan, and we go at it together by texting during the game each and every year, and it's definitely something that I cherish, and I'm grateful to have a friend like him to talk about the game, and it's just a little fun part of the rivalry, and I feel like that this year, coming into this year, it's definitely going to be a much bigger picture with potentially beating them and making the resume much better than the past.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Last year lost by 7 points. We're gonna hope y'all beat them this year by 14, so you can, you can rub it in your friend's face. Just that much more than he did for you last year. But as we're gonna switch to recruits, I know you're not super knowledgeable on the recruits. You know what I'm saying? Big emphasis on Penn State for having just really tight end you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the best schools to produce that position. So I gotta ask you about the hometown kid, Andrew Olesh. You know what I'm saying? So I know you watch his highlights on the high school level. Just what do you think about his transition into college?
I'm curious to see how the tight end position grows throughout the season. I know for a fact they're going to miss Tyler Warren. He was definitely a big time piece with the team last year, and um, I'm really anxious to see how this tight end room, how deep it is this year. I feel like it can be capable of being maybe like a top 3 or 4 tight end room in the Big Ten this year, and it just I'm just anxious to see everything that comes this upcoming season.
100%. Now, your head coach's name has escaped my mind, but you know what I'm saying one of the most expensive rosters in all of college football. There's obviously a lot of pressure on the nifty lines this year. You know what I'm saying? You may have already said it, I can't remember, but do you feel like y'all can get it done this year, man? Can y'all go all the
Yeah,
way?
they actually have the Vol Keys from the Matha, I think.
Mm,
Um, he's definitely supposed to be one of the best recruits Penn State has had in a while, and I'm anxious to. I've actually done an interview with him. I think it was last year or something, but um, I think it was during his high school season. But he follows me on Twitter. But
okay.
shout out to Navar. I hope you have a great season, and I'll be supporting you.
100%. So are you gonna go on campus this year? Are you gonna attend the game?
I usually just watch from home.
Okay.
Plus, I'm like 3.5 hours from campus.
Okay.
That's a little ways
Yeah,
away, but brother, you gotta get in the mix. You gotta feel. You gotta get
I
that
did.
sea of white.
I did experience a couple games when I was younger.
From what you
I've
remember, how was it?
um I forget what year it was, but I got to experience a couple games and a blue and white game.
Okay. So obviously, lifelong fan. What is your favorite memory from Penn State along the years?
Uh, that's definitely a tough question. uh, I guess I would have to say the Rose Bowl when Saquon Barkley played for them. Uh, I forget what year it was, but he definitely thrived in the backfield, and uh, it was just a great game overall with how the team was.
There it is. There it is. Saquon Barkley is elite, man. When I think of
Yeah.
them, I definitely think about Saquon, brother. But one more, I'm gonna throw it back to Najeh. Transfer portal. You know what I'm saying? I think it was top 15, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, top 15 transfer portal ranking. Just how do you feel about the new age? Just not necessarily for y'all building up the teams through the transfer portal, but bringing in significant pieces like Nas just said, Trevor Pena, I believe one was coming from Troy, if I'm not mistaken. So just how do you feel about building a team up from the transfer portal today?
Yeah, the transfer portal is big time nowadays with everything going on, and I feel like that Penn State is in a sound position with who they have on the roster as of now, and I know they got in a couple of freshmen. I'm not too great on the names, but I'll definitely have a better sense once their sophomore season uh, plays out. But yeah, like just a great time to have the ability to know the names. I know the transfer portal is like really hectic nowadays with NIL and everything else that's with it, and uh, it's just it's hard to keep track of
Mm.
who goes where and who stays, and I'm sure you two have documents of like each player that you interviewed or everything.
So, appreciate that, brother.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. We try to keep as much as we can. It's a lot though. I mean, you're 100% right. I mean, so many moving parts, and you got high schoolers coming in and trying to stay abreast. No, it's definitely tough. But I know you also wanted to talk about obviously some of the schools. Your dad obviously went to. So we start with one of them. Let's go with Virginia. They wanted to
Mhm.
mention them a little bit. So just what's your thoughts about that program and them overall?
Yeah. I to be honest, I haven't really paid too much attention to them last season. But this year I'm definitely going to pay attention more because I'm curious to see how the squad does. I feel like they have a solid chance to be somewhere in the standings, and I'm curious to know what you two think about them, and do you think that they have the ability to spark the standings?
Yeah, they're interesting. They lost a lot of pieces from last year's team. Jonas Sanker, the safety, obviously got drafted into the Saints, so he's no longer there. They do bring back Cam Robinson, who's a really good linebacker for them. He's only a sophomore last year, 64 tackles, 5 sacks, interception, pass deflection last year as well. They bring back the quarterback, obviously Colangelo. This How much better can he get is my biggest question. Like last year, they started off pretty decently, lost 3 consecutive games. Can they deal with adversity a little bit better this year? Can Calandro, can he not turn over the ball? Because he had 11 interceptions last year. Can he take care of the ball a little bit more? ACC is interesting. I feel like it's more top heavy, right? When you look at it, obviously, you're going to have Clemson, right? You're obviously going to
Mhm.
have Miami. A lot of people are very high on Louisville. I think Tech is the sleeper in ACC. It can make some do some damage, as a team as well. UNC's has a more easier schedule. But for Virginia, I think just seeing if you get to a bowl game. Can you go 6-6? Can you get a bowl berth? I think would be one of their goals to kind of get back. And then obviously build from that point. But what do you think, Bacon?
I mean, trending on the right direction. Right, fought hard against Clemson last year. I
Mhm.
believe they lost by like 12 points. So anytime you hang with competition like that, pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? Incoming guys. Like, so you just gotta take it step by step in this college football thing. Not being a big school known for football like a Virginia Tech or other teams in the ACC like Louisville. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's what's a good analogy here? Let's move it bit by bit like the ant before, you know what I'm saying, we build our ant mound, for lack of better words.
100%. And in their schedule, just real quick, y'all, Coastal Carolina, that's a winnable game. NC State, obviously that'd be tough. CJ Bailey had a really good year last year. Can he build off that pretty decent freshman campaign for NC State? William and Mary, Stanford, winnable game. Then they play Florida State. That'll be tough. ESPN game, 7 p.m. At Louisville, that'll be another tough game. Then they play Washington State. At North Carolina with Coach Bill Belichick. California on the road, Wake Forest, Duke, and then end with Virginia Tech.
100%. 100%. But so some prime time games, not 8 o'clock, but games that are going to be on ESPN exclusive, like you just said, the NC State game. That's an interesting game. The
Mhm.
Florida State, you got a couple games on ACC Network, the CW Network.
Mhm.
It's especially to open up the season on ACC Network prime time 6 o'clock. Yeah, I mean that those are signs that the big guys, at least, you know what I'm saying, they see what you're doing. So you know what I'm saying, you got to tip your hat off to, you know what I'm saying, to the Commonwealth.
100%.
Speaking of Virginia, I did attend a Virginia football game in the past. It was I went with my parents and sister and dad, and it was just a great experience. My dad's dorm room actually looks out at the football stadium, which is pretty cool. And I got to go on a campus tour, and he showed me where his dorm was, and it looked out where the entrance to the stadium is, and it's a pretty cool spot to be.
That's pretty cool. But would you say that was maybe a top experience for you in terms of? I mean, I know you've been to a bunch of places, but maybe like at a
Yeah.
football game.
I've experienced the Voice Bowl also.
Mm.
Wow. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Walk us through that. 'Cause that's historic college football. Like, what was that experience like?
It was when Matt Barkley played for the Trojans. Uh, my experience was my good cousin. This is not the good that goes into this. That translates to today. that I'll tell you later. But uh, yeah, we took a trip out to LA with my cousin, my uncle, my dad, and my cousin's friend who goes to USC. Uh,
Mhm.
I mean, my cousin's brother who goes to USC. My bad. Uh, and then we traveled out there. We got there. I think like I forget what time during the day, but we got to the hotel. We settled together, and then apparently the UCLA football team was staying at the same hotel. And what I remembered most about it was I was throwing a football around with my cousin around outside of the hotel, and I got to throw football to one of the players, which was really cool.
Who do you remember which player it was, or did they autograph it for you?
No, it's been at least 9 years from now.
Yeah, I figured.
um, the the second half of this story, I guess I would say, is my cousin is actually the is one of the men's basketball team managers at Southern Cal, which is pretty cool.
So then let me ask you this, brother. You know what I'm saying? When you we walked through the door to the gates. You know what I'm saying? What was
Yeah.
that first feeling that you felt?
I got to experience the tailgate and everything that went into it. And we all got to the stadium wearing Trojans apparel with rooting expectations for USC to win, and uh, everyone was just in great spirits, and walking into the stadium was chills, like
Mm.
symptoms with adrenaline pumping every second. And I remember we sat by I think it was the UCLA tunnel where the players came out, which was pretty cool. And I forget who won that game that year, but it was definitely a an experience that I wouldn't miss in my lifetime, and it was just a great time.
Nah, the last thing I'm gonna throw about the Najeh. Nah, it's definitely one of the biggest rivalry in sports histories. But it's on the topic of USC. I believe Reggie's Heisman Trophy situation is good now. But do you think the NCAA was wrong for taking so long to give him his Heisman Trophy back?
That's a good point.
Yeah, I actually haven't thought about it since you brought it up here, but sorry for the lack of response, but
Oh, good, brother.
um, um, uh, I think that it shouldn't have taken the amount of time that it took. Uh, I, I think players nowadays deserve everything they accomplish and the trophies that they earn in in a timely manner, and it shouldn't take the time that it did for Reggie Bush. And I feel like uh, that moving forward, I really hope that that experience uh, stays away for everything uh, in every single sporting event that takes place year after year, and it's just something to keep in the back of your mind of like, especially being the coach of a football team nowadays, especially in college. Uh, there should be like more. They should have a more reliable source of that sort of thing, and I feel like that everything seems to be going smoothly these past years, and it's definitely great to see.
Appreciate your answer, brother.
And then there was, before we let you go, I was just one more school we want to talk about. I believe it was Indiana. Was that right?
Temple,
Yes, Temple. My bad, brother.
yeah,
So
Temple.
Temple. Just talk a little bit about them. Obviously, your dad went there. I mean, like I said, two really great universities. So just talk about Temple and what you've seen from their football team. What you're excited about?
Yeah. Before I answer that question, I just wanted to let you know that my high school math mentor was a football player that played for Temple, and then played a couple years in the NFL. And to this day, I stay in contact with him. Uh, we actually met for lunch not too long ago, and and talking Temple football with him really is a great way uh, to have a relationship of, and especially growing up outside of the Philly area, I definitely wanted to be more involved in following this team. I know their success hasn't been what bigger schools have been to this day, and I just wanted to see more from them. I feel like that they are a young team going into every season, and it's just something some team in the ACC, AAC uh, should be looking at.
So obviously, you talked about them being young. Like, do you think they just need more continuity? Do you think keeping some of the veteran guys, like getting a high end recruit, sometimes that can kind of
Mhm,
set it off for a team? Like, and what do you think it takes for them to kind of right the ship and get to
mhm.
a part where, I mean, they're competitive now, but get to a part where they're consistently winning games at a high level?
Yeah, consistency is definitely a big impact for them. I know they had coaching issues throughout the past seasons, and I feel like that had a big impact of their success of trying to think about football with that in a way, with that particular thing on their minds, and I just feel like that uh, they they have the ability to win games, but I just want to see more from them to be on a consistent basis with winning, like Penn State is doing, and Ohio State, Alabama, Clemson, and all those big schools. And it's just uh, like just watching them is like pretty harsh to watch nowadays. But I feel I feel like they are turning into another direction that is bringing much more positive vibes to the squad, and they'll definitely win a couple more games than a couple years back. But overall, I think that this team definitely has what it takes to win, no matter what.
And then my question for you, just obviously talk about these teams you're going to follow this year: Virginia, Temple, obviously Penn State. How do you keep up with all this? Do you have an app you use? Is it ESPN?
Mhm.
Like, what do you use to watch all these teams, or do you just watch regular TV to watch them?
Yeah. Actually, this upcoming season, probably at the end of August or something, I'm going to try to start a document to uh, like each individual schedule, so that can be a great resource for me to just see who they have that week. And another team I forgot to mention that I follow is Tulane, because
It's a good team.
my sister goes to Tulane, and I've been really attached to their football team. Uh, they're definitely having great success with the type of players that they bring in, and uh, I just wanted a quick answer from you two about how their upcoming schedule for this season, and do you think that they can make it back to the AAC championship game?
Yeah, I'll start. I mean, Tulane's for real, man. I mean, they're going to be a contender in AAC yet again. Last year, I believe. Well, I think Memphis will be a contender as well. I can't think of the team that was supposed to was the heavy favorite, but they're going to take a kind of a precipitous drop off this year. But Tulane's loaded again, and I mean, to your point when you brought up the question, I mean, they got Northwestern, South Alabama, Duke, Ole Miss. Like Ole Miss will be a really good test for them on the road, going to Mississippi to see where they kind of align, and then they'll start getting into some big games. Obviously, Tulsa, East Carolina, Army, UTSA, Memphis, Florida Atlantic, Temple, and Charlotte. So I think Tulane's, like you said, excuse me, one of those budding teams that, can't sleep on them. Can't sleep on them. They're recruiting at a really high level. The guys they're bringing in, the portal they're using, to be a group of 5 team, they're doing a great job. And I think they could be one of those teams. It's going to shock a lot of people. It could be a team that could potentially make their claim into the college football playoff. Because remember, there is always a group of 5 team that makes it. Last year it was Boise. They probably have to go really well on this schedule, maybe a 10-2 or something like that. But it's not out of the question or out of the realm of possibility that they could make the college football playoff.
I agree. Everybody knows that Tulane's been doing that thing, and they're right down there in the heart of Louisiana. You know what I mean? What's the festivity they have every year? Mardi Gras. You know what I mean? So that type of energy, and you can't overlook the freshman quarterback, right? Mensa,
Darian Mensa. Yep.
One of the best quarterback. Well, you know what I'm saying? To do what he did as a freshman is definitely nothing to turn your nose up at. You got to pay attention to that. And I know Najeh can speak to this as well. Always averaging Georgia athletes, you know what I'm saying? In Georgia, benefits of having some of the top athletes per capita in the nation. So hitting the recruiting trail hard, you know what I'm saying? They are in G5, but you know what I'm saying, they do have that trajectory to do it whether it's this year, next year, or the year after that, to be, you know what I'm saying, on a big stage, you know what I'm saying, on ABC come December. So, you know what I'm saying? They're definitely a team that I'll be watching close this year for sure.
What do you think about the transfer from USC to Tulane, Mario Williams?
I'm gonna have to look that one up, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. That one snuck up under my nose. Let's see.
So he was a receiver. He played for them last year, though, right?
I think so.
Yeah. He got drafted, man. He played for the Rams, but he had a great year last year. Over 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. He was really good. He was a difference maker for them.
I totally forgot he got drafted.
Yes, sir. He did.
Yeah.
He got drafted by the Rams. Yes, sir. But their guy looked like this year. Dang, the other player got drafted too. Dante Fleming got drafted by the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yep, they lost a couple guys, but they're gonna bring back what's his name? Eula Keith Brown. I guess that'll be a guy kind of to watch for them this year. Yes, sir. Yeah, but I mean, I think. Oh, I know Baker's looking up, but I think overall, I think Tulane will be, a team to kind of watch an American Athletic. Obviously, then Memphis have another good year. A lot of contenders, and like I said, I'm happy to see it. I hope. Let me ask you this. I want to ask you, since you are a big Big Ten fan, what do you think about this new model? They're talking about 5-11, which would be 16, obviously, for these teams, and then like the Big Ten and the SEC getting automatic bids regardless of whatever happens. Like, what's your perspectives on that? Because that kind of hurts, these kind of teams like Tulane's and maybe in a few years the Troys, these teams like Temple that want to get out the gutter but want to make it. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
There's the expanding era of today's game is definitely uh, incredible to watch. I feel like the expanding, like for example, the college football playoff bracket, and in in my own opinion, I think that there should be teams from the FBS and the small schools should have the opportunity to play an playing game and
Mm,
see who wins that game to move over to the real bracket. But I feel like that could be a great thing for the coming years, especially with college football, with the viewing of college football nowadays, with everything that's happening with the college football playoff.
that's a great point. That's a very good point. I will add on to the team I see. I'm looking at the transfer portal. The transfer portal rank isn't crazy high. I think it's 75th. But again, a lot of transfers I see from the SEC, Big Ten, Big 12. I see I see a South Alabama guy, Iowa. You know what I'm saying? Liberty, Louisville. Like I said, ACC. So obviously, it's a heavily desired destination for guys who are transferring out of big time programs, and I think that's just another check mark when you look at your at programs who are on the rise. Are they attracting big time recruits, or just recruits from big schools?
Hmm.
I agree. It's a great point. It's a great point. But I like your idea though, Alex. I think you're 100% right. Like, make it to where it's a play-in, whether that's 4 teams, 6 teams, make it a
Hmm.
play-in game or something where that can determine if they get in. For a potential chance to play. Like, if you won your conference, like you just said, let's say it's what is it, group of five, so 5 different conferences. Whoever won the conference or was a top 2 seed in the conference this year, let them play head
Yeah,
to head in the 16 tournament to determine who goes. I love that idea.
kind of like the March Madness NCAA tournament bracket.
I love it. I think it'd be
Yeah,
great. And then
yeah.
you gonna get the numbers because people gonna want to see, oh, like who's this team? How good are they? You know what I'm saying? Who players we should watch. So I think it'd be great.
Exposure.
Exact exposure, numbers, money, 100%.
I wish there was some way to send this episode to the playoff committee.
Nah, we got to clip this up. Hit somebody in the email.
Yeah, go ahead and email it off, man, for sure. 100%.
Thank you for Twitter nowadays.
Exactly, brother.
Power to
Yeah.
DM. Yes, sir. But yeah, Alex, when we let you go, man, any other topics you wanted to hit? I know you got to be somewhere at 8, so we don't want to hold you too long. But any other things you wanted to hit before we let you go?
Um, yeah, just I'm really excited to for opening week slate for college football. I know it's around the corner. Uh, my birthday is actually around the corner also. Um,
Early
Happy
birthday,
early
man.
birthday.
August 1st.
Nice. Yeah, you're right around the corner, man. Yep.
Yeah. Um, I'm just anxious to see to have football back on TV. I'm sure you guys have been ha- having like pacing throughout the house with everything that's going on, and I know that I just wanted to let you two know that you two do a fantastic job with everything. I know I found you guys just scrolling through YouTube one night when I was just bored and uh, and then it really made me want to reach out to one of you two to see if I could hop on and uh, yeah, this is definitely a great thing you guys are doing with talking to recruits, talking college basketball, college football, and it's everything that I I want to tune into and bring with this content. I just wanted to let you two know that it's an awesome thing, and I love it.
Man, we appreciate that. That means a lot, brother. You definitely touched our heart with your message, man. It's definitely some long days, man. We be grinding, but we just glad you could. This could be a stop where you can come and get entertained and also be, educated and just be a spot where you could just come hang out and talk college ball, both football and basketball, man. So no, we really appreciate the support.
Before I leave, I don't know if you saw it on my Twitter bio, but I have my own football podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done at least 45 small school NFL draft prospect interviews over this summer and a couple months ago, and I'm just building it wide and connecting to as much players as possible. And I got a question to ask you two.
Sure.
I was wondering if you two have any connections on helping build my brand and having more athletes come on in the future episodes.
Go ahead, Biggie.
First, I would just say, man, the consistency. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. And on Twitter, I'm saying tag us. You know what I'm saying? We'll retweet it for sure. And then continue just to tag athletes. You know what I'm saying? Tag. Don't ever dream small. You know what I'm saying? I would always just dream, shoot past the stars. Therefore, you fall on the star. People talk about all the time. Shoot for stars. You know what I'm saying? You fall on Earth. You know what I'm saying? Shoot past the stars so you can fall on stars because you are a star, brother. So I would just dream big, tag anybody who you want to, reach out, always reach out. No matter if some people don't respond, there definitely going to be some people that respond. So keep doing, keep your faith, but it's going to get times where, it's going to get monotonous, but you just got to, you love what you do. So that alone and just going to carry you to heights you can't even imagine. So I would just say keep going and dream big.
I would say to second that point, just I don't know how much social media you use or what networks you decide to use, but if you on an older side, I don't know if you're older or not. I'm just assuming use Facebook. Facebook is a really good platform to grow organically. You know what I'm saying? You can do Facebook Lives, connect with the older audience. If you're going for more of the younger spiel, use TikTok. YouTube's obviously great options as well to kind of put your content out, and then just do short clips. Like if there's a player you really like and you maybe want to have more show, do like a short 1-minute clip talking about your opinion on him, and then maybe tag him in it or send it to him in the DM and see if you could bring him on, man. I mean, people appreciate just little stuff like that because even when it comes to college, like they don't always get talked about. You would think college athletes get talked about a lot, but if it ain't the big guys like the Jeremiah Smiths or Ryan Williams or the Kate Klubniks or the Arch Mannings, sometimes they get overlooked. So I would say another thing you can look at is just going after underrated, overlooked players that can help you build as well. But using those platforms to throw it out there as well.
Sorry to keep you too. Just one last thing. I know for sure this won't be the last time I'll be on here. Once college basketball season starts up, I would definitely like to come back on, and maybe I can come back on to recap games throughout the college football season. And I know for sure that you guys have a busy schedule with guests, but I'm down for anything, and don't hesitate to reach out to me with anything.
100%, man. We appreciate you coming on, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me.
Anytime, my guy. Keep going, man, and keep God first.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
You too,
Yes,
buddy.
sir.
Thanks.
All right, man. Appreciate him coming on, man. Alex Rick, man. Meant a lot. Super fan coming on the show, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that. If you want to be a fan, you want to come on the show, hey, y'all can see. We bring on anybody. We do not judge. This is an all-inclusive platform. If y'all didn't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. You know what I'm saying? We welcome on everybody, man. So if y'all want to come on, hey, man, look, y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Help Bacon out. By subscribing, man, and sending his content crazy. Y'all help me out, do the same, man. We got memberships, we got subscriptions on TikTok. Y'all can go support us there. If you liking the content, man, and then just join a member, man. I think I charge maybe $2-3, a month, man. Whatever you guys can. I know the economy's tough, though. We know. It's crazy right now. But anything you guys can do to help us out, man, that means a lot. But we gotta talk about this news, man. We got some news to talk about, my boy. We got some news, man. So let's go ahead and break this down, man. Jew was going crazy on this. He was like, "What the hell going on?" I'm not surprised, but tomorrow, Tyler Atkinson is shutting it down officially. Yes, he will announce his commitment tomorrow live on the Pat McAfee Show. Number one linebacker in the 2026 class will choose between Clemson, Georgia, Oregon, and Texas. He is committing tomorrow. Just kind of a spur of the moment. We know it was coming soon. But
Yes.
officially, it would be on the Pat McAfee Show tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get your take on this, Bacon. I think they disrespected him though. I don't know if you've seen the Rivals top 25, and they didn't even have Tyler as a top 25 player. What are we doing?
Of 2026?
Dog, no.
Bro, they gotta get. I know things are transition. They're trying to rebrand, but you gotta keep it private. The main thing.
Like they have him a top 25. I'm like, what the hell is we doing? Yeah, that to me, they made no sense, bro. No, he didn't make it. Nope.
So where would you have him? You know what I'm saying? Top 5 for sure. Top 3 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's right there. They had Dia Bill. I know you know him well, Bacon. We've seen him up close and personal before. Yeah. He's the number one quarterback in the class. They had Jared Curtis, another top quarterback at number 4. Zion Lee from Maryland. Here it is. I'm going to show you so you can see him. Go back to it. Obviously, Carter Meadows. He's really good. 5-star edge. You know, he's from Washington, D.C. area. But, yeah, like right around here, I'm putting Tyler. Yeah. Like 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a top player in the country. Like, Luke Waffle, I mean, Kelvin Obit, like these guys ain't better than Tyler, bro. And then they ain't even the crazy part. They didn't even have they have like the number one receiver is not even top 25. Tristan Keys. Like, what is we doing?
Somebody dropped the ball. It sounded like somebody was rushing, but even then, if you're rushing, I don't know how you miss those. But I'm saying I know life is hectic for everybody right now. But
hey, then it's another one. Guess who else ain't make it?
Out of 26?
Yeah.
Landon
not even on there. Landon, they got him barely top 10. I don't even talk about him.
Who they leave off? Don't tell me left out Jacobs.
Faison?
Oh, man.
Faison winning top 25. Number 3 quarterback. I'm like, what? The hell is we doing? And then look what they got Crowell, bro. Yeah, Crowell is a 4-star. Yeah, but I don't know what he was doing, but
on 3 has him as a 4-star too, though, right?
No, well, on 3 it's just Rivals now. On 3 it's specifically college sports now. Yeah, it's just Rivals, 247, and ESPN, but there's just Rivals.
Oh,
yeah, no more. No more of that.
Interesting.
Very interesting. I wanted to point that out. But where you think he's going to go, Bacon, and then what's just your thoughts on the committee?
Man, I'll start off first where I want him to go. It'd be nice to see him stay in home, UGA, even though they got a crowded commitment portal, whatever you want to call that. But I think he's gonna go to Texas, man. Texas has been hitting like tie-dye, brother. You know what I'm saying? Vonnie Cleveland just got a guy, DB from North Carolina. You know what I'm talking about. We had him on the show.
Oh, Samari.
Samari just got Samari yesterday, man. So I
don't think Texas gets him though.
You don't think so?
No, dog. This gonna be between Georgia and Clemson. We'll keep that a bean. He ain't going to Oregon. If he does, I'll be pleasantly surprised. He ain't going to Oregon.
That'd be cool, but yeah, no.
That'd be cool, no. I'm telling you, it's Clemson, Georgia. And Clemson, he can go play. Like, go look at Sammy Brown. He gonna go play. He gonna start.
Good point.
So it's like what Tyler want. He want the development with Georgia, or did he want to play early?
That's tough.
Pick your poison. I mean, but they've been producing that linebacker. I mean, they're getting guys to Barrett Carter. They get guys to the league, but it's like Georgia has like a track record now.
He probably gonna go Clemson because
He probably gonna go Georgia. I'll make my video later, but I'm gonna go Georgia.
You go Georgia?
I'm gonna go Georgia. I think it's Georgia. Could be wrong though.
The year?
You
think he wants to sit it? Well, you think he wants to develop and then play sophomore year, or maybe play a little bit freshman year, maybe red shirt? Yeah.
I think he would play a little bit, play sparingly, and then But who knows? He might be that freak of a nature where he could play first year. He could be a KJ Bolton. They got the same talent. You know what I'm saying? Different positions, obviously, but if KJ can find a role, why can't Tyler?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I would think that Zayden Walker would be in that similar air. But what I'm hearing, I'm not hearing what I like to hear.
Nah, I don't think he's gonna play like that. That's just me.
You don't like his
I
his
think he's
play
just a little
style?
overrated. I think he can play, but I think he was a little overrated, bro.
Come
But
from a smaller school.
yeah, man, like he's a baller, but you get like smaller school, you can ball anywhere, but probably got to take that into consideration too. And then I heard like he wasn't dominating like the way maybe he should have playing at the smaller school. From what I
Mm,
heard, from what I heard.
nah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna second that motion, but I'm gonna be optimistic for the young man. From those areas I was talking to a social yesterday. From those areas, you know what I mean. It may be like once every 8 years they get somebody going to the league. You know what I mean. So somebody from I think, bro, somebody from a small environment already been known as football, and not to make it, it's a big drop off of confidence, but possibly. So you know what I'm saying, it's freshman year, so we'll see how it plans out. But I get what you're saying. So, so you're predicting Tyler Atkinson to Georgia.
Yes.
I'm hoping Georgia. I already said it now, so I'm gonna stick with Texas. Though you brought up some valid points, brother. So for sure, tomorrow Pat McAfee.
Y'all tune in. I don't know what time. They didn't announce the time, but tomorrow, Pat McAfee. All you need to know. Good luck to Tyler, man. Much shout out to his pops and everything, man. Much love to the fan, man. But all right, man. Let's bring up the news of the hour. So no, we're not getting copyrighted, buddy. Making so big time now. He got ads on his videos, man.
Look at this man. Hey, just a few. Came down to the wire, man. What ultimately led to the decision to go out west?
Really just Coach Hart. I already did my doing the South, so I might well take it somewhere else.
I'm already knowing, but it's like, so heard you talk to Dion over the phone, man. He called you last night, man. So kind of just how was just the energy exchange, bro?
Great energy exchange. I ain't gonna lie to you. He talked about early playing time, how I can just get in there and go. He talked to me about how he just want to see other kids ball just like Jimmy Horn. I'm in the same predicament he in. Father locked up. So, he's ready to ball for sure.
100%. And so how do you see yourself fitting in that attacking style of defense?
Great. Probably I play the micro Sam for sure.
Okay.
I'm most definitely turning up when I get there.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? You play outside high school, you know what I'm saying, you'll be getting a different perspective playing inside, you know what I'm saying? So how are you taking just playing outside as a high schooler to taking the inside mentality?
Really just adjusting to like the scheme of the defense. Really, that's how I'm gonna have to do it. But throughout college, coming off the edge, I already got that in my bag, so it's just an attribute I can add on to any other skills that I got.
100%. Last two questions, brother. First of all, what does it mean to kind of get this phase behind you, just focus on the season coming up?
Really just staying focused on what I got to do. I'm most definitely got to get in that playbook for sure. And just like go out there and just show what I got for sure.
100%. What does this day mean to you? Huh? What is it? What as the day comes to a close, what does it mean to you now?
Really just like what it means to me. I mean everything. I ain't gonna lie to you.
100%.
For sure. Just to see my mama smiling, have somebody do this for like in our generation in the family.
Yeah.
It's me and everything. So I'm just glad I get to do it.
100%, man.
There it is, man. Full interview, Bacon Network. Y'all know where to go, man. So, Bacon, you was there. You was in person. You came from Hoover, Alabama, up early, 5 a.m. Treaded all the way back. Went to the interview. Just what's your overall perspectives for the Colorado fans? I'm sure you got now. What are they getting in a player like Rod?
Man, they getting a dog, man. Just like he said, they're getting a dog, man. Somebody who, you know what I'm saying, you heard it, you know what I'm saying, don't, you know what I'm saying, come from humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying. So when you get a kid like that, they gonna hit you a little harder, man. You know, I know y'all listen to Duke's, you know what I'm saying, Duke's podcast, you know what I'm saying. He been knocking folks out since he was a jet, since he was a little guy. So you get somebody who's relentless, you get somebody who's smart, you know, knows the game of football. You just heard him talking about getting in the playbook. He said, when I get up there, you most definitely know I'm turning up. So somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, who's follow Rod, you know what I'm saying, since he was in middle school. Rod came out of middle school, smoking real well. He had elementary playing with Ross Elite And he was started, got the Smoky Road, was the talk of the town, still the talk of the town. Kind of like the next big thing since so you can say Alec Ogletree, even though we had Trey Matthews in the middle, but you know what I'm saying it's the next biggest one. So he's gonna be a star, man. He's gonna do his thing. So y'all be ready. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show him love. You show him love, he's gonna show y'all love. And if everybody's showing love, you know what I'm saying, the bus gonna go to the top. So for sure, he's a good guy for sure.
100%. There you have it, man. Obviously, y'all know where to go, man. It's been going crazy everywhere from what I saw. Obviously, YouTube, TikTok, X. Somebody took your post and got 500,000 views off it. So,
Damn.
no, was it No Sco Zone? I think it was.
That's when they had him talking about Coach Hart.
Nah, it was your specific thing.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Some guy took took his him talking about Coach Hart, just repetitive. And you know what I'm saying? This highlighting Coach Hart and what he was doing, because like I said, he said they called him. Damn.
Yeah, you can see their twin. Mm-hmm. That's a mill.
You said I went viral. I didn't see that, brother.
I told you went viral, bro. You were viral now. Bacon Network ain't know, you know.
Crazy.
Hey, it's so crazy about that. Bacon was like, nah, you think I should post it on YouTube too? You think I should post? I said, bro, post that everywhere. Don't post it. I don't give a video. Post it everywhere. That is crazy though, bro. 1 mil, bro.
That's crazy, brother. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm sure, like, you know what I'm saying, everybody else to a certain degree, you get like subconscious. It's a lot of community going on. Yeah, delete it and repost it if it didn't get the views. I know what I'm saying. Especially working with athletes, brother. You know, so you don't want to just. I get it, you know. So they're gonna bring trash into you, but it's like I need to get over this. Obviously, you know, I don't want to be a cloud chasing guy. I want to be somebody who's like who's known for just doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Just bring it in. So you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like a pipeline, just talking. Oh yeah, he does this. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, I need to spread my seeds. Yeah, for sure. But this is crazy though, bro.
Yeah, it is. But I grapple with that too. But that's why that's the stance I'm on too with athletes. So like realistically, like I know some guys I've helped blown up. I'll kind of like when they get big time, I kind of like leave it be. You know what I'm saying? I could still like go and reach, but you know, sometimes it's the ego thing too, bro. You know, sometimes you know it gets to their head, and I'm the same way with you. Like I'm not gonna chase clout. I'm just not doing that. If you can't realize what I tried to help do for you, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But same thing. But no, definitely spread your seeds, bro. Obviously, it's valuable. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep helping out as many kids as you can.
Because even when you look at like speaking of Pat McAfee, when Braun came on his show, you know what I'm saying, it was a little a negative exchange about Brian Windhorst, and Brian Windhorst to me has never really chased the clout. You know what I mean? It's like this guy was always following me around. It's like, but he's a reporter. That's what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like stuff like that. It's like you know. But I mean, when you're chasing not chasing great, when you're attracting greatness, when you're walking in the line of greatness, there's going to be negativity coming with. So that's just something that myself and others gotta get over.
True.
Stand guy, for real. What's up, Sean? Appreciate you tuning in, brother.
Hey.
that's my partner from college, man. He a real one. But I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna hit you up, Sean.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Let's keep it rolling, man. Great news there. More high school topics. Yeah, Big, I guess we can talk about some of the camps we heard about. There's no like post for it, but we can just chop it up on it. But upcoming camps, obviously I heard of one. I'm gonna give you guys the 411. Obviously, I won't be able to go. But like I said, that will change.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, there is. Hold on, let me see. My guy down south in Peach County. Where is he at?
Peach County is a good place.
It is. All right, so there's a camp, OTAs at Harris County High School, July 15th and the 17th, y'all. Harris County, Peach County, Callaway, East Coweta, Hardaway, and Fayette County down at Harris County, obviously a little bit further south. But that's July 15th and 17th, so that's a major one. Then there's one at Gainesville this upcoming Thursday. I think it'll be Gainesville, Newton. God's supposed to send the rest to me. Rome will be in there, obviously. So that's a big one. I think Thomas County Central has one with Creekside in it, Troup County, and some other schools. So that's another one. And then FCA at West Georgia, is actually today, and I think through the rest of the week. Kale will be in attendance. Several other high-end type programs as well.
But the FCA was, I think it's throughout the week. It's throughout the FCA throughout, yeah. So, and he said East Howita at Harris County, 15th and 17th.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. 15th and 17th.
That's a bit. Try to get y'all some. I don't. What the plan is to try to get people a live look on number one safety in the class of 2027, Chance Gilbert, who's in my area. So I feel obligated to, what I'm saying, obviously use my platform to bring, just to let people know this game is like, so I don't really haven't seen him, but the kid can play though. He has been hurt. I'm not sure. I'm sure by now he's back in pads and practicing, but he was down for a little minute. And early spring, early summer.
Interesting. Early summer. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's keep it rolling. So that's one to obviously watch out for. We're about to go to college football here in a second. See if there's any more high school. Okay, yeah. Here's the big one, Bacon. You've been following him for the longest. He's always all the way in South Alabama. But do you think South Carolina can pull it off? Can they beat out obviously Auburn for his services? Obviously, commitment announcement coming for the superstar quarterback. For this tab. Boom. What do you think?
First I'll say this isn't the first time we've seen Auburn and South Carolina battle out for a prospect. We saw it a couple years ago with Lewis Solomon, who's at South Carolina right now. But it's interesting. I think the momentum goes to South Carolina, them having their original commitment decommitted. A lot of people thought he was going to go to Ole Miss. They thought Lane was going to slide in, but I just don't have no faith in Lane when it comes to big guys. You got to win. No disrespect. But to answer your question, it's hard, bro, because he's going into a QB battle either way. Auburn, you look at Deuce Knight, who's the future. Lenora Sellers is pretty much supposed to go to the NFL. There's a lot of he's top 15, top 10, some mock drafts.
They going crazy on his stuff, by the way. They saying the boy can win Heisman, best quarterback in the SEC. Yeah, they going crazy on Sellers. Ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I think so. I think he should be a lot higher in some of the quarterback polls to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, somebody said he was a bigger version of
Cam?
Not Cam, Philly, Jalen Hurts.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, but even then, so the North Sellers leaves, you know what I'm saying? You still have that battle with Aaron Nolan. And Aaron Nolan, you know what I'm saying, had a lot of staying coming out of high school. I'm still high on Aaron Nolan. You know what I'm saying? Seen him up close. He's a big time quarterback. So whichever way he goes, but no disrespect to anybody. I think he's the better quarterback out of the three: Deuce Knight, Prentice, and Landon. So we'll see. I'm going to lean to South Carolina just because that's who locked them down first. But don't be surprised if it goes to Auburn though. What do you think?
If I'm him, I'm gonna go SC. You got a better chance. Auburn got Jackson Arnold, Deuce Knight. Obviously, we'll see what happens there. But I think he can go and potentially compete for a position next year. That's just what I think, because it's not guaranteed that Prentice will stay. Heard he's competing for that backup spot. Obviously, Lenoris, all he needs is a good season. If they go 9-3 again or 10-2, I think he's a lock for the NFL. So then at that point, you can go in there and compete, potentially win a starting job, or be a backup that year one and then take over that year two. So to me, South Carolina feels like more, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of pride yourself kind of on that. Now, their class is off to a slow start when it comes to this 2026 class. They need some more booking recruits, but I'm telling you, I think their momentum is going to pick up when they land Duckworth, because people are going to want to play with him. You know what I'm saying? So if you can land him, I think it'll boost their recruiting, which is it's okay, but it should be way better than what it is.
Nah, 100%. It's just, I'm saying, Coach Beamer knows how to recruit. You know what I'm saying? They just lost a DB to Texas the other day, but we all know it comes down to that signing day.
Yes, sir. 100%, Bacon. Good point. They do, though.
Known for flipping. Yeah, they definitely do, bro. So I'll sign me up for the parody.
Nah, me too, brother. Sign me up for the parody. All right, man. Y'all got this thing going crazy. Obviously, on my TikTok, I haven't been able to look at the numbers, but I'm seeing a whole bunch of comments. But Bacon, we just going. It's a lot of headlines going on right now, so we're just going. I know some of them wasn't on the topics, but we're just going to look at the headline and react.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is interesting. BK. Woo. We have Clemson paw print in our weight room on the bags we hit. He says. He also said they put 1-0 on the TV screens all over the building. We've made this a specific goal. This is interesting to say. As I said in my video, I'll go check it out on the channel. It's a big year for LSU. It's a big year. I'm here, Garrett Nussmeier. Y'all been coming for me in the comments saying, "Oh, you don't know ball. You say he can't complete these passes." And hey, Nussmeier had a good year last year. Let's not make it seem like Nussmeier was a Heisman favorite last year. Okay, we got to see growth in his game. There's levels to this, y'all. Okay, they got some good receivers. We will see. They did pretty good in the portal. Got Patrick Payton. They're gonna have the best linebacking core in the SEC, I think. But yo, y'all gotta go to Clemson week 1. You know, is that the real Death Valley? 7:30. I mean, you giving Dabo bulletin board material, dog.
Facts.
You say what you want. I know SEC. Oh, they got the most deaths and SEC's this, SEC that. I respect the SEC, but Clemson is the creme de la creme when it comes to ACC now. All right, we ain't gonna let they push. They got a chance to win the whole thing. I don't care. Nobody say.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They is loaded. So, I don't know, man. Jump the pot. You know Dabo gonna show his squad this now. Careful what you ask for. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Careful what y'all better. All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna throw it to Bacon. Y'all better come ready. If you don't come ready, y'all can get ran the hell out of Death Valley. That's all I'm gonna say. Them Clemson fans don't play. I'm telling y'all, you better come ready to play, or you are gonna get smoked week 1.
Nah, fact. And that'll be a bad way to start the season. August 30th, brother. That's around the corner.
Right around.
And Dabo's is, I'm not gonna say he's the best, but he's one of the best motivators of young men in college football.
One of the best coaches in college football too.
Would you say? Oh yeah, well that yeah, pound for pound, one of the best coaches. Is he the best coach in college football right now?
They got Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby's the best coach in college football right now by far. Not by far, but yeah, bona fide. But I mean, I'm not gonna knock BK for this, man. He you know what I'm saying, he stuck in his neck out there a couple times, got it chopped. But you can't knock a man for wanting to go down on the sword. Got shellacked last year. So you want to get the guys riled up. Can we keep it in house though? That's all I'm gonna say. Can we keep it in house? But I mean, Garrett, I agree with you, but I'm not the highest on Nussmeier. So he's big time. They got him to stay. They got him to come back. That could have been, you know what I'm saying, his agent talking to him like, hey, bro, let's go back. I know you probably go pro now, but I know you want to get the big money. Let's go back and just refine ourselves, work on our intermediate throws. But they KJ Lacey, and they're big time. They got some big time weapons. They got a solid defense. They're an SEC caliber team. But this game is going to come down to the X's and O's, and I'm going to take Dabo over BK every Saturday, and some Thursdays and some Mondays.
There you have it. There it is, man. Live reaction. Oof. Bacon, I ain't gonna lie, this one right here, dog. Oof, Lord. Sometimes I'll be like, how y'all get paid the money y'all get paid to talk to sports, bro? It's just, I agree with him to a degree with just like the overhype. He's right, but to say that he's the 5th best is bananas, bro. But I'm finna share the screen right now. Get your live reaction. I'm gonna let you react first to this one, but this is just blasphemous to me. But
all right, ESPN says the hype train is out of control when it comes to Arch Manning. I have him 5th best quarterback in the SEC. Before I get to that, Sean, get me in the comments because Sean he's a big LSU fan. If you feel otherwise about your LSU Tigers, you definitely let us know. But back to the matter at hand. But I don't get it, but you know what I mean? Arch Manning is it's like they're paying these guys like, all right, man, it's your turn to create this controversy. Here's an extra $50K. Can you deal with that? I need an extra 20. I bet. And they double down. It's like we're talking about Arch Manning, brother. People are talking about, oh man, if he was so good, he'd have played as a freshman under over Quinn Ewers. Quinn was a senior, man. You know what I'm saying? College is very much like high school when it comes to somebody who's capable of making it, of controlling the offense. They're going to give him that nod no matter how talented the freshman is. You're going to have to go out there and lose your job. But you know what I mean? You see the guys right here, man. We don't even we would like that extra $70K, but we're gonna keep it a buck.
No,
We ain't gonna say we gonna muck up the waters with no nonsense like this, brother. So you know what I mean? It's unfortunate, brother. But and this is why I got Tyler Axon possibly going to Texas, because this man right here.
that's cool. Will Arch be back though when Tyler gets there? Is the question.
He's a sophomore this year, right?
Let's see.
He got one more year.
Let's confirm, because if he's redshirt sophomore, interesting. They still got him as a freshman.
He didn't redshirt last year, did he?
No, not last year. He was redshirt as a freshman, though, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, he got him as a sophomore. You're right.
So you have to be one more year. But
okay.
Meanwhile, Paul out here glazing Archie, talking about him being one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play.
Yeah. Now that's wild, because he compared him to Tim Tebow, and like I said, like that's what I said. There's too many extremes. Like he ain't Tim Tebow. That's the most decorated quarterback to probably ever play college football. I mean, championships, Heisman's. Like, what are we talking about? But to say he's the fifth best is wild, bro. You can't name me 5 quarterbacks that's better than Arch right now. You just can't, especially in the SEC. I said the only one that you could definitively say is Lenore Sellers, because he was 13 All SEC and what he did last year. But for my personal, I'm taking DJ Lagway.
Yeah,
I put Lagway 1, and I'm putting Arch 2, and I'm putting Sellers 3. You know, but that's just me though. You know what I'm saying? That is just me. And as no disrespect to Sellers, I like Sellers, but I wanted to see that improvement. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Lagway gives you enough where you saw enough that he can do it. And I think he's going to be in that race for Heisman. I do.
What improvement do you need to see from Sellers? I feel like he progressed. He ran the ball a lot.
I just want to see him operate more out of the pocket.
Like he did in the Clemson game?
Yeah. Can we get some more of that? I feel like that was like, you know, like a more consistent rate. It wasn't bad, but like it's like consistently making them high level throws. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So is the guy. But I know if I tell Gamecocks fans that, I'll get torched. Because it's like, well, you don't know sports. Why? How was he top 3? He's already All SEC. But that's just my personal preference of who I would take. I feel like Arch is probably the most talented of all 3. But I feel like Lagway has high upside. I feel like Arch, you're gonna know what it is.
I like Lagway more talent, and I'm gonna say this: I like Lagway more talented than Arch, because I know Arch he can move, but Lagway is just a better athlete. Arch may be a more sophisticated thrower of football, but in terms of complete package of a quarterback, I'm gonna take Lagway over Arch. No disrespect to Arch. I like Arch. I really do. You know, obviously he's a Manning, but I like my quarterback to flip his hips, get outside, run a little bit. If you can't see it, get down and feel like Lamar. You know what I mean?
So how would you rate your top 3? What would be your top 3 quarterbacks right now?
I'm gonna go Lenoris. I'm gonna go Lagway. Then I'm gonna go Arch.
Interesting. Okay, so you got Arch at 3. Okay.
Yeah, Arch at 3.
All right.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly has to show up this year. Really make or break low key. But how do you feel about Nussmeier? I gotta get your thoughts. You were LSU fan.
Let us know thoughts on Nussmeier, because he's getting a little overhyped on ESPN. I ain't gonna lie. I was listening to the show today. Like, they are overhyping him just a little bit. He's good. Nah, just like, oh, he's the best quarterback in the SEC. I think he could be up for a Heisman this year. It's just like, pump the brakes, hold the pause. Boop. I know they went 9-4, but they lost 3 straight games. They lost to Florida, Bama. Like, pump the brakes just a little bit, bro. Good, but like, bro, if he was that good, he would have got drafted. He would have went into the draft last year. Like,
they didn't want a natty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think they be overhyping a little bit. Like,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it's coaching. I'm just playing.
Listen, maybe it's coaching.
But nah, Arch is like I said, the name. I just like that, and he's playing in that Sarkisian system. You know what I mean? That's one of the best offensive-minded head coaches in college football. You know what I'm saying?
We got some news. Bacon, maybe you're right.
What you got? Is it about Lagway? Hey, brother, come on now. You gotta see it right on the wall, brother. But you know, this. You know what I'm saying? They've been wrong before. But Texas is hot right now, brother. They're hot right now, bro. You talk about Justice Terry, you know what I'm saying? You talk about you know what I'm saying? We just talked about Arch Manning. They got a lot going on. Let me pull up their you know what I'm saying, their recruiting class right now.
They got the number one quarterback in the country in Diabell.
Diabell, another reason. Football. All right, here we go. This is 2025. Let's go 26. All right, you said Diabell, Jermaine Bishop, number one athlete in the nation. Rodney Cleveland, who we talked about earlier. Smarty Matthews. You know what I mean? So, dang, this number 9 recruiting class, 2026. I'm gonna go back to 2025 and look at the transfers. 25th ranked transfer class. Nothing really to Travis Shaw, defensive line, came from North Carolina.
They ain't really hit the portal. He said he was trying to maintain and keep guys for real. That's what Cleveland said.
That's true. But I did hear somebody say that Arch Manning is gonna be the best quarterback to come out of Texas since Vince Young.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
That goes back to the hype train.
So when he leaves, how realistic what's the odds of you seeing Texas go all the way this year?
I mean, it's high. I mean, okay, so let's pull up your schedule. I'm glad you asked that. It's good. We can definitely obviously quote these and throw these up.
Cause it's hard not to. I look at that like it all rides on Arch though.
It does ride on Arch, but I mean, SEC is gonna be tough. I'm gonna go and put this out here, bro.
At Georgia,
week 1, no, damn Georgia. It's week 1, bro. It's week 1 for me. Like, that's gonna tell me all I need to know. You in a hostile environment. It's a crime that this game is at noon of all games. I know it's big noon. That is ridiculous, bro. I don't know what's up with their windows. They need to figure that out. Like, you don't put Texas Ohio State in 1 o'clock, bro. What are we doing as a primetime game? I digress. But that's gonna tell us all we need to know, right? Because it was like, oh well, Ohio State, we don't know how good they're gonna be. Julian saying like blah blah. To go in Columbus.
mm-hmm.
And let's say Arch go off for like 250, 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. I tell you all you need to know. On a roll, hostile environment, he did it, right? Then at that point, it's gonna be hype, probably bananas on him at that point. Then it's gonna be cakewalk games like San Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston, yeah. Then Florida. That's gonna be another test. Like, can you go to the swamp and do it?
8 o'clock game had to be.
That's the game to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the game at Florida. Like, that's gonna tell us another test. Okay, is Arch for real?
God,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Then they got Red River rivalry. Obviously, so always gonna be good. Neutral site, Dallas.
Here
about that. At Kentucky, should be able to win. At Mississippi State, Vandy, you should be able to handle business. Hey, man. Hey, you can't be believing these 1 year hit wonders, dog. Sorry, bro. I'm not buying all that hype, bro. Like, you gotta prove to me multiple years, bro. No. Then the next test, Georgia.
On the road.
Right? That's the test. Like, on the road, Sanford Stadium, bright lights. That's the game, dog. That is the game. And then Texas A&M, another rivalry. So, I mean, it's a tough schedule, but it's favorable at the same time. There's tests in there: Ohio State, Florida, Georgia, but they could easily go 11-1, undefeated, 10-2 at worst.
Yeah.
But Ohio State's going to tell us all we need to know.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Ohio State's.
That's the game.
Yes, Yes, I mean I think 10-2. I'm gonna say What's your before I make my prediction? Because the Ohio State's quarterbacks he's slipping my mind right now, but I
What are
don't.
you saying?
Julian saying that's right. Where did he come from last year?
He transferred from Bama to Ohio State, and then they got like a 5-star last year, Tavian St. Clair. But he's probably not going to play.
Yeah, thanks.
But that'll be Julian, probably.
So I'm gonna lean Texas week 1. Florida, I don't know.
I don't know either. Florida might be rolling at that point. They got a tough schedule too, but that's a swamp, bro, for a reason. I don't know.
It gets loud in the swamp. Never been, but that's what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say for Georgia, man, I gotta see how Gunny plays, man.
He's been ranked low. They don't believe in him.
They don't. Who is they though?
Like SEC Unfiltered, SEC Power Rankings for the quarterbacks. He's been low on a lot of stuff.
Pate likes him. Josh Pate.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Boy, I'm circling that Texas A&M game. I like Marcel Reed, though. I got to see what that defense does against a high-power offense like Texas. Though Texas A&M has a solid defense, but I'm just high on Marcel Reed, so I'll probably put Marcel top 6, maybe top 5 in the SEC. So they could very well go 11-1.
They could. And then breaking news, Bacon. I'm not gonna reveal my source, but it's gonna be Texas.
It's gonna be Texas.
That's what the source just told me.
That's tough.
He was right.
Everything
unforeseen, but I just heard Texas.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is why y'all tune into the Just Sizzling News podcast. You know what I'm saying? What other college football show you watching? Letting you know this real time. Go ahead, brother.
It'd be Texas. So there's that for Tyler Atkinson. Yep, he will be at Texas from inside source that told me. All right, so I think that was. Oh yeah. I gotta get you to react to Saban. Yeah, facts. All right, hold on. Let me pull that up.
Saban. Somebody say he's supposed to be getting back into coaching.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want you to react to. Here it is, right here. Greg McElroy said, "A person to know believes Nick Saban will return to coaching. If it wasn't someone notable, I would never say a word." So some people feel like it could be maybe Florida State. Some people could say it could be NFL. That's what On 3 said today. Just what's your thoughts on Coach Nick maybe coming back? I don't believe that Nick Saban is going to come back to college football unless there's a firm set of rules, which is not going to happen before he turns 30, probably 80, probably. This sounds like
rules
to me.
Which is not going to happen before he turns 80, probably. So he's probably not coming back. He's 73 years old. So it's the same age. Now, that is the same age that Pete Carroll is, and Pete Carroll just took a different NFL job after a year off. So it's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
Nick Saban's hair dye is really, really good, too, because he looks younger than 73.
Facts. I'll just get ready to say that. It's gotta be NFL based off what they just said. That's what floored me at the beginning when somebody said NFL.
But he never did good in the NFL though.
He never did good in the NFL, but this is his third time around if we're gonna count his stint with the Browns with Bill.
I don't see it.
You think he's gonna come back to college?
No, I'm saying he could. I don't see him having success in the NFL though. I just don't. Sometimes coaches just are unable to do that.
For Nick, man, if you're gonna go to the NFL, don't taint your legacy. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Coach Nick Saban or Nick Saban, whatever. I got flack for saying Dion on Twitter, TikTok, whatever. You don't want to mess up your legacy. You know what I'm saying? He can't do anything wrong right now, unless it's like a 2-year stint and he's like, all right, coach, we're going to get somebody else. But I'm sure I'm just, you know, when you get in the retired land, you get a lot of free time on your hands, especially as an older gentleman. You know what I mean? You get a little antsy. You know what I'm saying? You hear about, hey, coach, we'll throw this at you. This amount of money. Me and Betty can go to so-and-so 5 times a year. We can go to London. We can do this. So I just hope, you know what I'm saying, whatever lane he chooses is successful. I hope he comes back to college, but if he wants to go where the grass is green on the other side. And I wish him success, but don't take that legacy. You gotta know when to hold him and when to fold him.
You do. I don't think you should. I think you've built enough. I think what do you got? 7 national championships, 6 or 7 national championships with Bama. I get the urge and the itch, but I just wouldn't do it. I would just stay. I know, obviously sometimes it's hard to like go against that, but I just wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I think you have more to lose than to gain.
He's got that aura though.
Always will.
Always will. But like I said, aura, like I mean, he always will have that aura. But the aura right now for Coach Saban is very high. Like, but is the aura high enough to captivate grown men?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think they care. And it's more egos.
Yeah,
More egos. So I mean, and to a point, to the ego point, think about this. What was his main reason for retiring or leaving Bama? It was he didn't want to have to deal with this stuff with these kids. These kids getting paid now. So more egos, less. I'm not gonna do what you said, coach. Now, mind you, this dude putting dudes into the league, like he's on the Calipari level, putting dudes into the league consistently.
Yeah.
Where you can make your bag and get your money, and y'all gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to like what? Who wants to deal with that?
In order for it to work, he'll have to go to a team that has a good amount of Alabama players. If you go to a team like that, where they're gonna believe in Coach Saban because this man coached me through college, he goes to a team like that, I see it working. How long? I don't know, but 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I can see it working for him.
That's fair.
Shout out to Coach Nick, Saint Nick. Get that money on, brother.
Not the money on. All right, man. We got 2 more, man, for we wrap up the show, man. I want to ask you, and then if anything you wanted to hit. But what's your reaction? I mean, he's getting some good bumps, man. This is obviously Travis Stevenson. I talked about it. Obviously, here he got another rankings bump, 4-star, obviously 247. Rated him like I think number 90, number 23 cornerback, 27 in the state. Rivals gave him a 91 overall ranking. I think he was in the teens. Just I think the number 139 overall recruit. Just what's your thoughts on just his continued rise, obviously, in the recruiting ranks?
Man, you called it, brother. You know what I'm saying? You put me on game about it. Obviously the young man can play. You know what I'm saying? One of the best DBs, a big gift for Georgia Tech. But you called it earlier. So yeah, he should pick with that 4th star, and that's gonna boost the overall ranking. So you know what I'm saying? You called it down on the red carpet for sure. And you know what I'm saying? You predicting the same thing for Terry, little Terry, right?
Yeah, Terry already a 4-star.
Oh, it's already a 4-star. So was that the other one that you said was gonna be a 4-star?
Yeah, that's the other one that's a 4-star. Yep, Jada. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Nah, you're good, brother. But yeah, like, so what it tells me is just Georgia Tech's recruiting that position at a high level. I mean, the second straight year they got 2 blue chip recruits on the back end. So it's just like, obviously they're on the tail end. They're wanting to really be cautious in December flip season because I feel like they still haven't got that safety they're looking for. They might try to smooth some things out, try to get a couple guys there. And I know it's not the class from last year, obviously, but they flipped like 3 or 4 guys at the end. You know what I'm saying? So I think you will probably see the same thing, and especially to take some big wins. They should easily be able to do that, in my humble opinion. But it's big. I think the quote that got me, obviously, he's overly grateful, but it was this quote here: "Just coming from nothing, I want to make a change forever," said Stevenson. So I think just that hunger mentality, and that's what you want if you're a Tech fan and he's coming to campus, because you want guys that are hungry, that not only want to prove themselves, but it's going to work every single day to be great. And the key for Tech is just, continue to fight off these teams because, OV's to Georgia. Other teams are starting to see his value now. So then it's just being able to, parlay that and keep him home. But like I said, Coach Peoples, Coach Jones, they've been doing a great job at recruiting. And now it's just keeping them home. That's the biggest thing all the way through December. But if Tech has another good year, I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, we talked about the parody earlier about you know what I'm saying, how kids are flipped down the line. Tech does a very good job with the whole staff. Damn man does a very good job. Just continuing to stay in these kids' ears. You know what I'm saying? And they seem to follow through with the promises. So when you got the track record like that, you know what I mean. I feel I would if I was. I mean, we analyze them. If I'm a staunch Rambling Wreck fan, I feel pretty good about my coaching staff.
I would, and they're good people too. From what I've seen and gotten to know some of them, good people, not POS. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know what that means, look it up. Pieces of the S word.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, man, I think they're good people. Coach Key, all the way down. People don't. Oh, well, he's a weird guy. He's the Coach Key is real, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're not gonna rub everybody the right way. You know what I'm saying? But I think Coach Key is the man for the job. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to demand excellence out of his players, and you're gonna see that on the field. And like I told everybody, y'all sleep on Tech if y'all want to. Y'all find out this year. Everybody's like, oh well, they couldn't beat Georgia. They had Georgia on the damn ropes. You know what I'm saying? If they would have been healthy and had depth, they would have won that game and would have shocked every damn body. So if y'all don't think they not close to doing that, dog, y'all is tripping. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see this year. That's all I'm gonna say.
Facts from the Birmingham area.
Facts, brother. Facts. All right, man. Last topic. I want to get your thoughts on this. USC fans ain't too happy with me about it, but you don't know ball. This is a big year for y'all, bro. This is a make or break year. For
First season when Lincoln Riley was there, they basically Lincoln Riley was there. They were basically Caleb Williams having a leg injury away from going to the college football playoff in the 4-team era, not the 12-team era, the 4-team era. You won a Heisman Trophy and you were right there at the top end of the sport. So you can't tell me that you've been disappointed every single year. I think that first year was too early. I think even that success surprised Lincoln Riley. Last year was a disappointment, large part due to all the close losses. You can't lose as many close games and not be disappointed because they felt like, I'm sure, that they were in a lot of those games and could have or should have won those games. If he goes 7-5 again, then there's going to be talk. Riley's buyout would be probably around $70 million. But then you have to look at, is that worth it? My suspicion is no. And here's why. He has a track record of success. You know he can do it. He's also, right now at least, in the offseason, putting together what is the number one recruiting class in the country. It will not end up there, but it will be high. It is almost impossible to rebuild your program once you start that clock, fire a coach, and lose all your players. Mm-hmm. You're starting from scratch. Nobody wants to start from scratch. And so for those reasons, even if it's 7-5, although there'll be conversations, there'll be murmurs, I don't think that they would actually pull the trigger on Lincoln Riley.
And your reaction is, what's your reaction to that, brother?
I agree. I don't think they he's got too much money. And he said it perfectly, you know what I'm saying? Has that proven track record. For me is can you keep recruits, brother? You know what I'm saying? You've had some of the biggest names in high school recruiting to commit to you, but it's like I'm not sure, but it's like they come sit down with you. They get whatever NIL package. I'm not sure, or they see the Cali trees, the women. I'm not sure what it is, and it comes time for signing day. Thanks for everything, coach. But for the next 4 years, 3 to 4 years, I'll be committed to Georgia. I'll be committed to Clemson. They come back to the southeastern region, or to go just a couple miles, about 100 miles east, and they go to Colorado or something like that. I don't know.
No, I agree. I think you bring up a good point. Like I said, can you land the class? Obviously, in the new Rivals rankings update, they gave Georgia the number 1 class. USC moved to number 2, but like you said, it should be a top 5 class before it's said and done. But to your point, can they keep it? And it goes back to just that winning, 7-5, whether y'all believe it or not, is pretty mediocre, bro.
Yeah,
it's not far off from 6-6. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, can you take that next step? Really good showing last year in the opener against LSU. You won. Obviously, had Woody Marks. He did good. He's in the league now. Miller Moss now is supposed to be the savior for Louisville. We'll see. My jury's still out on that. But you're supposed to have a new quarterback at the helm. right? You got a 4-star quarterback last year that comes in as well to be a backup, but it's just, can you get it done? And you got a tough slate. Like, I'm gonna pull this up just real quick.
Yeah.
You got a slate that's I don't know, like maybe you go 3-1 in this slate, but that is easier said than done. Looking at this, like it's a whole 5-game stretch, and you're like, whoa, like let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, so like pretty easy at the start, right, Bacon? Right, Missouri State, Georgia Southern. You should be able to handle business. At Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois. But then it gets to the nitty gritty, Bacon, right there, right after Illinois. And Illinois ain't no slouch. Illinois is gonna be good with Luke Altmaier. That's really where it gets real. September 27th. Then and then you at Illinois. Then you got versus Michigan, at Notre Dame, at Nebraska, Lords. Then you get Northwestern, Iowa, Oregon, at Oregon, UCLA.
That's a tough eight game stretch. 1, 2,
Yeah, that's a tough stretch, bro.
Yeah. You gotta win. I need to look at the team this year, but I know, like you just said, Illinois is tough. Michigan, they're bringing Bryce to SoCal. They can get the young man a little rattled. That should be a big time game. Notre Dame, that's a rivalry.
And South Bend.
What's it called?
South Bend.
South Bend. That's right. Northwestern plays a good brand of football. They should win that. Iowa, that's a good defense. Oregon, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I'm a little bullish on UCLA. I'll throw that out there just for the hecklers. When people got their backs against the wall like Nico, I think it's gonna surprise the people and rise to the occasion. That's just usually how history goes. But I agree with you, brother. We very well could see another 7-5, 8-6, 6-6 type of year. But again, the SoCal, like Joel said, do they have the deep pockets and will they stand on business and like, all right, coach, here's your money. We're willing to scrap it.
$70 million is a steep fund to pay to scrap it.
Fact.
That's steep, But if you can go 8-4, 9-3, huh?
Didn't we see Coach in person one day?
We might have.
It was somewhere when it was on the sideline.
Yeah, I think so. He was at a game or something. Yep, we sure enough did.
Yeah. Facts. So
big season, man. Big season coming up, man. You cannot go 7-5. He's right. You got to at least go 8-4, 9-3. You got to at least be a contender. You're like, maybe USC 9-3. They beat this team, that team, but if not, good luck.
Who do you like on that team? Like, I did the full picture. Who do you like? How do you like the team?
That's a good question. I haven't done a lot of research on them. Hold on, let me see.
I'm sure I do with you, brother.
So Mayava's going to be their starter, obviously, this year. You know about Miller Moss. He left. He's no longer there. Marks is in the NFL, obviously. It's this kid they like a lot. It's Mekhi Lemon. They really high on him. He's supposed to be wide receiver 1 this year. So he's supposed to have a big, obviously effect. And then obviously Jacoby Lane. That's the guy. Those are 2 guys they expect to take the steps forward. So it's just, how good is Mayava? How good is Mayava at year 1? And then, those receivers. And then defenses, can they get stops? They've always struggled there. Can they get enough stops to, be able to get the ball back to the offense?
Facts. It's a big brand in college football. I think the game's better when the Trojans are flying high. But it's just too many question marks.
Yeah, same.
But they do have a lot of California players and that the top 10 recruits on, you know what I'm saying, on 247. So maybe this is the class they can keep in house. We'll see. But
We'll see. A lot of bucking guys, but can you keep them is the biggest question.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, brother. Facts. Well, Megan, you got anything else, man, before we wrap up the show for the night?
I mean, unless you want to talk about Ty Boogie coming to UGA, not really.
I mean, we can. I mean, no surprise there. Obviously, big time safety, used to play at Cal, transferred obviously over to Buford. Versatile, hard hitting. Obviously really good gift for the program. They'll obviously lose out probably on Tyler, but they got another guy in the works that they're trying to land at the linebacker spot. But solid 30 commits. We'll see. Like I said, I don't see them keeping everybody, but probably keep about 27, 28 of those guys. They still have one of the top classes, obviously, this upcoming year.
So 30 is like the sweet spot for a recruiting class, or 28?
Yeah, I say 23 to 30.
Okay.
You can't keep them all because, you got it. There's some guys going to hit the portal to bring them in. It's a lot of different things that go into it. Some guys that just not performing, hey, man, you got to hit the portal. So it's all about making that room because it's less roster size now. It's not as big as it used to be because you used to give guys walk-ons and then they earn a scholarship. It's a lot tougher now.
100%. And last name for me, Michael Rashad, ladies and gentlemen. No, not Rashad. What's his last name? From Thompson, DB. I don't know why.
Oh, Michael Fleming.
Michael Fleming from Thompson, ladies and gentlemen. 27, class 2027 DB. You know what I'm saying? He's already highly rated, but he might even jump some boards away. I haven't seen a DB play. It was 7-on-7, but I haven't seen a DB play like that in 7-on-7. I don't know if I've ever seen a DB play like that 7-on-7. He played some high level ball this weekend down there in Hoover. So and I believe Thompson's coming to Grayson this year, and the game will be televised. So, ladies and gentlemen, definitely remember the name Michael Fleming.
Remember that name. It's going to be good. And Grayson obviously just got a bump. They're number 4 in the country, according to Max Prep's top 25. And Thompson's 24.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you tap in to the brother to the left, man. He's got all the facts right up here.
Always keep it, man. Always keep it. And 2 more teams obviously on that list. Obviously it's Grayson. Obviously it's Buford. And then obviously Milton. So I'll have a story on that. But as y'all know, man, this has been the Sizzling News Podcast. We always appreciate y'all tuning in. I see our reach is getting further and further. We had a fan on for the first time, so always knocking down barriers, man, and creating new things. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, man, like I said, hit us in the DMs, man. We welcome everybody. Didn't have the same numbers that we usually have, man, but I know we didn't get a chance to promote it. A lot going on today, but we appreciate all the love and support, man, as we try to continue to grow this platform, be a place that kids, parents, anybody can come on and be themselves. We had a whole bunch of different people on here. We've had parents before, kids, coaches, everybody. So we should have a treat for you guys next week. Hopefully getting on a recruiting coordinator on for a high school. So that should be fun. Talking to Gifford Gab. But that's all we got. But we'll see you guys soon and tune in on Thursday night for our Hoops segment. We had a really good one this past Thursday. Alex McElwain on, man, officially. And we had on Cam Rikers as well from Dyersburg State. Obviously at JUCO College, man. So, hey, we always trying to elevate and get better and better, man. But that's going to do it for today. We'll see y'all Thursday night. Peace.
Peace.